welcome guys again for another week of the Seafood Podcast where we focus on all things sports. So we're back again for another week. I'm featuring my boy Tai from Ireland today. Tai is on talk about his favorite team, Arsenal. So as you guys know, Arsenal have been on a bad one over the last few weeks. So we just want to talk about like what's been going on. We're gonna break down, Arteta in, Arteta out. Let's see what Ty's gonna say. There you go, Ty. The floor is yours. So, what's been really going on? Talk to me, baby.
You know what? Yeah, if this was like years ago, I did something. I just stopped caring as much. I'll be so honest. I just stopped kind of caring. I stopped watching the games, and my life just became so much better. I was happy.
So, like, it's been that bad for you recently. Like, I mean,
it's been chaos.
So, I mean, like, because as an Arsenal fan, like, is this just because I remember, like, when Wenger was actually there was a lot of fans were towards the end of the campaign, like, a lot of fans were divided about Wenger in, Wenger out. Were you kind of like Wenger out, or did you just kind of want him to stay? Because obviously this is where it all started from.
Honestly, it got to the point where he just had to go. There was no improvement. He wasn't doing anything that warranted his place in that club. Then he left, and then Emery came in. Oh my days!
About that.
And that was a disaster. But like, if that was a disaster, what do you call this?
Yeah, exactly. And like,
this is bad.
Yeah, it's such a terrible, man. Because like, I think, like, because I'm based in London, right? So, and Arsenal, they've got the biggest fan base in London. So it's actually like a mess. Because I actually know, I haven't talked to a few Arsenal fans. All of Arsenal fans right now are actually Arteta out. So where do you stand on that right now?
I'll be honest. If you had asked me this yesterday afternoon, I would have told you, give him a chance. But like after the whole Man City thing, I don't know. We ain't getting top 4.
Yeah, no chance.
Are we gonna win a cup this season? And if the answer is no to all that, then I don't know. Like, why would I say stay?
Yeah, because
what has he done to make me feel like I really want to give him listen? I don't want to go down this road of get rid of this guy, bring in this guy, get rid of this guy, bring in this guy. Like I want him to stay. I want him to have a chance. Yeah, I don't mind giving him a season. But I think that's the thing right now. Yeah, the football club comes first.
Yeah,
he's not,
of course,
and it's a performance industry.
Yeah. You know what? That's the thing, because obviously when Arteta first came in, like, so I personally thought like was some attacking football, because obviously he worked under like Pepper Man City, so they play quite like attacking, expanding football. But then since the FA Cup win, it's just been going downwards. Like, so I can see maybe some improvement in the defense, but attacking wise, you guys are terrible. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I really can't tell you. Like, Pepe was never really doing much before.
I just stopped there. Like, so what thing about Pepe? Like, because like again, he's a character that actually divides a lot of fans. So like, what do you think about him? Do you think he's a good player? Do you think he's like overpriced, or do you think like he's just
I think we definitely. I mean, from what we've gotten so far from him, we definitely overpaid. Like 100% overpaid for him. I think he has potential. Like, he's a young guy, so like there's a chance like he could come good. But at this point in time, you can't really depend on him. You want him to take. You want him to take on players. You want him to dribble. You want him to score. Like he has the potential. Like you've seen some of the free kicks he scored. You see like the way he takes on players. So I'm not really gonna write him off. But he needs somebody who can get the most out of him. But here's the thing. At the start, it looked like it was Arteta because he was getting performances from these players.
Yeah,
like Mustafi was playing good enough. Like he was playing well. Everybody was doing good. I don't know where it went wrong. I really don't know where it went wrong. Because
listen, I'm actually confused because I remember, like, I think I had a conversation with you maybe about 6 years ago about Mustafi, and like you were saying like like I think back then it was Koscielny. We had a big like back and forth. I was like, Mustafi is so good, but then you were like, Victor, open your eyes, man. This guy is terrible. And now, looking back 6 years now, he's actually a terrible player. And the fact that he still plays, Mustafi plays, I think your man like Rob Borden still plays, and the fact that Rob Borden was actually your captain as well last game, That's not, as an Arsenal fan, like that's actually just so poor, man.
It is poor. Like we haven't gone better at all. Like, you know, I think everything's a charade. Yeah. So Emery came in, and, you know, credit to him. You know, we got to the finals of the Europa League. Like, you know, imagine we won that. Like that would have been Arsenal's biggest trophy. Wow.
Yes.
You know, and, you know, and then it just kind of collapsed. So at some point in time, you have to wonder, like, okay, you bring in a new coach. And he works his magic for like 5 months, and then everything collapses again.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but like, okay, so I'm personally like against changing managers. Like, I feel like.
But okay. I got a question for you though. Then you tell me, who's better, Arteta or your guy?
Oh my God, the PE teacher.
You see, but that's what I mean, because you want your guy out, and he's doing better than Arteta. So if we're going,
okay. Go.
If we're going by your logic, then Arteta should be gone, because at least like you guys are in the top half of the table, correct?
No, but the thing is though, at least Arteta won something. Like I feel like he's actually, as that, I don't know. I feel like that FA Cup gives him at least like a year to kind of like does what he does, whatever. But our PE teacher, like in Manchester, that guy is like he's useless.
You're an asshole.
No, seriously, he's like no tactics. He's like, okay, we've got better players, from goalkeeper to like attacker like Martial, like Cavani or Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, like our players just play for themselves. Like those players don't need coaching. Like they just do what they do. Like the PE teacher doesn't, he doesn't have a clue. But at least Arteta, like you could see when he came in, like he actually started football. He want to play like expansive, like 3-5-2 football, whatever. But then obviously, I feel like maybe you guys didn't give him the right players. Also, what I'm saying. But actually, let me ask you this though, like. Ozil, like obviously that's the elephant in the room, like so he didn't put Ozil in the squad. Like, I personally feel like, especially the way you guys are playing attacking wise, you guys are scoring. I feel like Ozil should be in that team. What do you feel about that? Like, do you agree with him dropping Ozil or?
Listen, I love that guy, and he just needs to kind of create a team around him. Protect him, don't make him go back too much, but he's gonna give you chances. He's gonna create. He's gonna create for you. I think he did. Like, can you imagine he's not on the squad? Like it's ridiculous.
Okay, so,
first of all,
like I'm a bit confused though, because like what actually happened there? Because like is it because like he didn't take a salary cut? Is it because like he talked about China? Is it like obviously this has become quite political now, because Ozil should be in that squad.
I think it's all of. I think it's all of the above, but what I will say is this: maybe from Arteta's point of view, and you, like, okay, you put yourself in Arteta's shoes for example, for a minute, I get the ball comes to you and tells you only got 30 million to spend. This team needs a shakeup. You only got 30 million to spend. Is that guy over there like, okay, fine, the Mustafi and all these other guys, they're on contracts, they're injured, we can't really get rid of them. But that guy over there, Ozil, how important is he to your plans? And you're going to say, not so much. Now, he's good enough to play in your team, but you don't see him in your plans long term.
Going forward, of course,
And then they tell you, well, do you see his wages? If he goes, that 30 million goes up. And now you can actually get the players you actually want. And that's just a fact.
but honestly, I actually totally understand that. But like, to me, what Arsenal have actually done him so wrong, to be honest, like, they have, because they've done it so wrong, like he is probably still your best player, like in terms of like midfield creator, like no one does what he does on that team. You guys aren't strong goals, you guys aren't attacking wise, you guys are terrible. So like the fact that he's not in the squad, okay, I actually know some Arsenal fans, they talk about his wages like man's like 350k a week, whatever. But listen, Arsenal gave him that contract. Arsenal gave him that contract, so it's actually on the Arsenal board. It's actually on whoever gave that for Arsenal. They should be doing good. So like, this isn't Ozil's fault per se. You know what I'm saying? The guy clearly wants to play. The guy wants to play. The fact that he's not in the squad, that's quite political, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, So like, would you bring him back in January when he can actually be back in the squad, or what would you do if you are Arteta?
I think for sure, because at this point now, it's like, what are you gonna do? I think first of all, it looks bad on him. If he comes back into the squad, then he looks stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like real talk, like, everything backfired on you. But I don't think Ozil is not like, if Ozil was in the squad, I don't think we'll be in the same position, but we won't be doing that good. I don't think we'll be I don't think we'll be like, I don't think we'll be in the top 4. I just I just feel like we'll be in a better position, but I guarantee you this year, no matter what, if he's in the squad, people are still gonna complain, saying like, we will be in a better position if Ozil was not playing. Like, everyone just kind of flip flops and just goes. Everyone just says whatever the hell they want to say. Like, 1 minute it's like, you should play this guy. Next thing you know, like, that guy flops, like, oh, you shouldn't have played him. Like, the manager is always gonna get attacked for, if it doesn't work out, he's gonna get attacked. It doesn't matter if I said, yo, play the second team. Yeah. Because if he does that and we lose, he gets attacked. I don't get attacked. He gets attacked.
Yeah, no, it's true. No, you're absolutely right. But like, it's kind of situation where, like, no matter what Ozil does, like, I feel like he can actually win, because like, fans are quite critical of him, because obviously, like, he's on 350k a week. So no matter what he does, if he comes in next week as a decent game, fans will be like, well, he should be playing that good because he's on 350k a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, yeah. I feel like he can't really win, to be honest. Like, Ozil can't. And also, like, question for you as an Arsenal fan, Guendouzi, what's going on with him? Because I know, like, there was a big hype about him, and then, like, all of a sudden, like, he got caught smoking, like, in the bar, like, in London, and then, like, he wasn't a match, I think, at the end of the last season, where, like, he was talking to play about he earns more, and then all of a sudden, like, he's on the team. Like, do you actually rate him at all, or do you?
No, I do. I think he's a really good player, 100%. But I don't know if I'm not too sure if the decision to loan him out was the wrong one, though, because I mean, from what I heard, he was fighting with people. Like, he was, things were getting a bit aggressive, and you can't really have some kind of player, like, grabbing people's necks. Now, I mean, at the same time, somebody could tell you, like, well, that happens. You get over it. It's football. I mean, like, everyone, you deal with it. So in that case, then maybe you should have kept him in the squad. But he probably felt like, I mean, if the relationship between him and the manager actually broke down, and if you felt like he was gonna, like, unsell the team, then you probably should have gotten rid of him. I mean, I could see why it happened. And if you didn't get rid of him, and we were playing like this, and we were in this position, they'll blame Guendouzi as well. They'll say it's his fault. They'll say, like, the team's not playing well. He's causing trouble. He's kind of formed a little group of people who are undermining the manager. Like, there's no win-win situation in this. I just think it's easy for us to say these are all mistakes because we're losing, and fair enough. Definitely. Like, I mean, everyone should be allowed to, everyone's entitled to that. Because the team he has, the squad he has, should not be in that position.
Exactly, and that's just okay. So, do you think he's lost the adjustment then?
It's so hard. It's like,
I don't, because I feel like he probably has, to be honest. Because those players are good enough to be at least like top 8. These guys are 15 in the league time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they want him to succeed, but I just feel like they just don't care anymore. Like, even that Willie Hand. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was going to come to him, actually. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to Willie Hand, because I actually do have a lot of things about that guy. So, like, what would be your team selection right now? So, like, if you were picking, like, starting 11 for Arsenal right now, would you be playing?
I'll be 100% honest with you, and I'll tell you that it doesn't matter.
Oh my! I really to use that bad.
It doesn't matter who he puts on. Like, we're just in scoring. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, Aubameyang wasn't scoring goals. Yeah, and then people will say drop him for Lacazette, but then Lacazette doesn't score goals too.
So, but do you think, because like over the past maybe like 6-7 months, like it's played Aubameyang on the left, so I feel like would it be better just playing up front, because that's his natural position?
But that's the thing. He put him up front. I can't remember which game it was, but he did put him up front. He benched Lacazette and he put Aubameyang up front. Nothing happened. Like he wasn't playing. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't know what he can do because I'll give you an example. Yeah, I was watching Arsenal fan TV. Yeah, these guys were going crazy. Say El Nene is this and that. El Nene is top quality. They're all saying that. Yeah, and they did have some good games. Yeah. Now that everything is turned to shit, you know what they're saying? He was never good enough. Arteta should have given him a chance. But y'all was saying he was good enough before. You were saying he was amazing. Arteta like worked wonders. He turned this guy into, El Nino or whatever.
Like Patrick Vieira right there.
I'm telling you, like there's nothing he can do, honestly, there's nothing he can do. Some players will say, Willian, he actually had a decent game this time. Oh no, yeah. Did you see them crosses he put in? At least he was putting crosses, he was trying. Next game, it's like Willian plays really bad. It's like, he should never put. There's nothing he can do. Like Pepe, for example. He needs to pay Pepe. Pepe gets a red card. Pepe comes back. He should have paid Pepe. He should have known better. There's nothing. There's no team that I think he can put out. I mean, he can put out his best possible team. But at the same time, if your best possible team is messing up, what does that mean? Then you need to sub those players out and replace them with someone else.
What do you think of Hector Bellerin actually? Because I actually know a lot of Arsenal fans are quite critical of him. So do you find that both as well quite critical? Because this guy can't really cross the ball, he can't really defend. So I'm not really sure exactly
as well.
Yes, right. So he's known for his pace, but then since his injury, he's lost a bit of pace. So I personally would actually drop him, but he seems to be one of Arteta's favorite players. So where do you fall in the Hector Bellerin discussion?
I think he hasn't reached his. I think he hasn't reached his potential. It has been an overall disappointment over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And because he was supposed to, for me, I think he had the potential to be the best right back in the Premier League, and he didn't reach that. So, Arteta trust him, but he hasn't done anything to warrant that trust, to be honest. So I think he got a red card, didn't he? Yeah. So he has to be benched, and obviously it's just an excuse for someone else to kind of take his place. Should we? It's this idea everyone keeps saying the team needs a clear out. I don't.
When players like Rob Alden is captain Arsenal, that's a big issue. When you in the past when you've had people like Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, and then you have someone like Rob Alden captain Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big, even players like Kolo Toure, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge drop, so it's just Arsenal do need a clear out, but and then this is where you start looking at the board as well. You start looking at the football too, what he's actually doing. Are trying to save money? Are they trying to what's the end goal? What's the agenda? What are you trying to do with this football club? You know what I'm saying?
I think everything comes back to them, because I think the way the fans are looking, because remember Arsene Wenger, he got it big time.
Yeah.
It was all his fault. It's him, he's managing, he does this, he does that. Emery comes in, Emery's crap, Emery does this, Emery does that. Now Arteta's in, and you're seeing a pattern here where these guys, they kind of do well enough at the start, and then they just kind of fall off. So maybe something needs to change at the board level, but what is it like? I think, listen, if Kroenke just sold all his shares to somebody else, that'll be perfect. But
he's not selling.
No. For sure, he's not selling. If I was him too, I wouldn't sell.
Hell no.
I just don't know exactly. Regardless of the board, whatever we think about them, Arsenal should not be in the position they're in.
Definitely.
And the person who's in charge of that is Arteta. And I'm not saying get rid of him, but I'm not gonna lie. The more I look at that table, and the more I see, I get these notifications on my phone, and I see, it's just crazy because it's my eyes plays tricks on me. At first I see Arsenal won something 0, but it's not. It's the other team. My eyes are actually playing tricks on me. So I think there's gonna be a point where, because listen, just what I was gonna say this year. If we're in relegation zone or close to that position, in January, then okay, maybe you can get rid of it.
Definitely.
But bro, But here's the thing, yeah, that's like next week.
Exactly.
How many games? You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, because I didn't mean end of January. I meant like the start. So if he loses the next 2 games or draws, I don't know. It isn't. If the board, if they got rid of him today, I wouldn't cry over it.
Oh wow! So you like in that state now where you don't really care. But then, like, who would you want to replace him? So would you be like someone like Allegri or Pochettino or like, you know?
Well, do you think Allegri would take the job?
That's
do you think Poch would take the job?
Like, I think Poch wants my new job, you know. I actually open it, to be honest. I actually open, you know, the quicker we get rid of the PE teacher, you know, better is for everybody. Nah, man. So, like, yes.
I don't know who Arsenal can get, and this is what I was saying even before Arsene Wenger. Like, if you want to get rid of him, like, who are you going to replace him with? Yeah, you know, like, if you tell me these are the guys who we have lined up who are going to take his position, then I can say, okay, fine, goodbye, Arsene Wenger, because I don't really want somebody who's like, you know, lower than him. But
so
but I do think there's a point to make that. Just because you can't find a replacement at that moment doesn't mean you shouldn't get rid of the current manager. Because if he's playing that bad, then you know you just need to kind of you know, like, adios, bro. So like in terms of managers, you're not really sure like who could come in, because like I've read, like I think the Southampton manager, you know, like he's been into the job as well over the past like few days, but like he's quite good though, you know. So like he might be the guy to actually maybe take you guys forward. He might be. He might not be.
Because I think Allegri would want the job, to be honest. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah, I don't think they'll also give him the funds to really, you know, shake the team up. It's going to be a slow process. Honestly, at this point, I can't even really give you a name, because I really do feel whatever name gets, or whoever takes the job might be there for 2 years.
Yeah,
because I feel I just don't know how it's going to work, because with Arteta it was working. Now, one thing you can't point out, like, he's never been a manager before.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you might have all the tactics, you might have all these things you can do, you might be able to talk to players and kind of, you know, slap them around a little bit, but at some point you're gonna need more skills than that.
Yeah,
you know, you're gonna need like, you know, how to actually talk to the players, how to get the best out of them. Like, you know, Mourinho was really good at that. Obviously,
definitely.
So I don't know if Arteta has that.
Yeah. So like, what I feel like what you can see right now is like over the past maybe like, you know, 6-7 years, like managers don't tend to stay for over 3 years anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like once you're in a job for 2 years, nowadays anyway, like, it's time for a change. Like, so gone are those days where, like, you know, Alex Ferguson was there for like 20 years, or like Arsene Wenger was there for like 15 years. Like, those days are like long gone. Like, maybe right now, maybe Klopp, you could see maybe being there for like maybe 6-7 years, but I think that would be the maximum managers would actually do right now, because, you know, players want like a new voice, new change, and football changes like every day, so you actually need something fresh as well. You know, you need something. So like, yeah, it's kind of tough, man. But like, so
what's sorry, Ranieri, the guy who won for Leicester again, the manager,
Claudio Ranieri. Yeah.
Listen, as soon as they got rid of him the second year, I was like, no one's safe.
Mate, that was savage.
You know, because Chelsea were already doing this, but like, you know, they're winners. You know, like they have the money, but like when they got rid of him, I was like, well, who's safe then? Like, no one's safe.
Nobody's safe anymore.
The only manager who had this luxury was Arsene Wenger. He was the only one that was untouchable for a while.
No, but it seems but like, he built that over like a 10-12 year period, like, so I'm saying, like, you know, so
he had a good will.
He could do what, so like, he had a lot of, you know, cash in the bank to actually do that. Nowadays, like, because obviously, like, Champions League, those top 6 clubs, they won't get into Champions League. That's where the money's at, and then those bottom, like, maybe like 8 clubs, they will do anything just to stay like in the Premier League, basically. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so and if they feel like the players are responding to a manager, you can't sell all the players. So the best thing to do is just get rid of the manager. And that's what a lot of clubs tend to do right now. So like, a few more questions for you. Like, so like, do you think Arsenal had to go to be relegated?
No. That's not gonna happen. But yo, this is like funny. YouTube videos of I think I might have sent it to the group chat. And you have like, Robbie and all these other guys dancing, because we beat some like lower league team or whatever it may be. I mean, I'll pass on to you again. But no, we're not getting relegated. That's gonna, even if Arteta is the manager, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we'll like, I don't think it will be that close. Even like, we won't get relegated. And obviously, if we're like in a position in January or February where we're still around that area, then okay, I mean, for sure get rid of him. But it's just not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna. If Arsenal gets relegated, it's gonna be everywhere all over the news. Like it's not just not gonna. It's not something I can even think of. I wouldn't even bet on it. Like I wouldn't put money. Like it's just a losing bet. Then again, though, I wouldn't bet on Arsenal being in this position. As well, So, but no, we're not getting relegated. I think Man United have a better chance of getting relegated than us. I'm just joking. I just screwed around.
So, like, as an Arsenal fan, like, what would be your ideal season? Like, so let's say when we get to May, where would you like Arsenal to be in May?
My goals for this season, that I give to Arsenal Football Club, our manager Arteta, was basically top 4 trophy.
Okay. Top 4, yeah?
No, that was at the start of the season. That was what I said. If he didn't get top 4 and he got a trophy, I would have taken that as a fail though, because I feel like we need to be back in the Champions League. It's been too long. Definitely. Now, if he won the Europa League, like let's say he gets in, like he goes down that route, then fair enough. It's all good. But we need to be back in. Listen, you know what? Forget the trophy even. Like just top 4. We need to be back in the Champions League.
So,
and that's not happening. So to me, if that's not happening, then I don't like. Then this season is a fail. Like he failed this season.
Top 6 then, like maybe top 6, top 8. That's probably like, because like the league's quite tough for, because obviously you got like Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Chelsea, Spurs, Everton.
Arsenal fans were so excited because we were thinking like, okay, we have a manager now who's kind of shaping the team up. We got these defenders. We got Saliba coming. We have Gabriel.
Yeah.
And we have and Pepe's gonna do better this season.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We have like one of the best goal scorers in the Premier League as well.
Of course, yeah.
And there was optimism. We were actually really quite happy. So to me, to tell me at the start of the season, top 4 was going to be impossible. No, I mean we could. If we didn't get top 4, we'll come extremely close to it. That's what I felt. But I thought it was possible to get top 4. Whatever position. I mean, you're saying top 6, top 8,
top 6,
anything below like top 5 is a failure. Top 4 is a failure to me. Like the season just failed. It is. It's a flaw because we haven't progressed then. Because if we're in the same position, we haven't progressed. Now you can say, you got this points last season, and this season we got X amount of points, but we're still in the same position.
But things are like that's tough for me because Arsenal haven't really invested. Okay, so you guys sound like Partey, and that's it really. Like Chelsea, for example. They got like at least like 6 really good players, like Ziyech, like Kai Havertz. You know what I'm saying? Like Chelsea are stacked. So like I would expect Chelsea to be realistic top 4. But
because to me, I always felt Arteta was a better manager overall than Frank Lampard. I mean, just based on what I thought it was better than Solskjaer.
Yeah,
and I thought it was better than I thought it was better than most of them anyway. So now obviously I don't really have much evidence to support that because he only had half a season or whatever you want to call it. But just from the way I'm seeing the Arsenal players play, I was thinking, I think we can do top 4. And we haven't done that. Everything has fallen apart. So I think that's it. Like I said, listen, if they get rid of him now, then I won't cry over it. It is what it is. I was watching Troops TV, and he was saying how like, Arsene Wenger gave him his childhood, and he turned on him. Like this is the guy that gave him everything. That made Arsenal what it is.
Yeah.
And he said he turned on him. And then he says, "Who the F is Arteta?" like just like that. Go, you're gone.
Yeah,
and it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Like Alex Ferguson has goodwill.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
So if you can turn on a legend that gave you all that, like who's Arteta to you? Who are these players? So in that case, if he's gone, he's gone. I don't really mind. I ain't crying about it.
Yeah, so right now on the 23rd of December 2020, Tai is officially Arteta out.
Let me not say that. No. I'm not Arteta out. I'm just like I'm indifferent at the moment. Different. But if you told me to like if I was a board, I would probably say out because I would have probably set goals. And this is there's no goal. You know, like there's nowhere on a paper that's like, oh yeah, you need to be by Christmas time around the top 6 area. Like this is way far off anything anyone expected. Okay, you know, so and this is the key about Arsenal, that I stopped doing. Whenever we go on a run, winning games, I just shut up because it's gonna collapse. Like when these pundits talk crap. I might YouTube be saying, do you want to leave a comment? And do I want to express how I really feel? Because I feel like they've been biased towards Arsenal. Yeah. I don't say anything. Because at some point, it's going to come crashing down. Like there was this interview with Roy Keane and was it Cahill? I can't remember. And, you know, it was Arsenal versus Man United. Okay. And everyone was saying how like, oh, Arsenal did so well, and Roy Keane was kind of saying like, calm the hell down, you know, because it's just Arsenal, like, you know, let's not say that. And it was like, oh, but Arsenal were playing well, they play with determination, there's an identity. They're saying all these nice things, which I felt was true. Mm-hmm. But my mind was saying, don't comment. Because it might come back to bite you in the ass.
Aren't you? Exactly.
And man, literally 1 month later, look where we are. You know, United won. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what position you guys are on the table, but you're high enough.
Yeah. I think we caught a foot now, actually. Yeah, I think we 4 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. Yeah.
See, I'll be like, that's where Arsenal, to me, should have been. They should have been like in that top 4 position. Mm-hmm. But we're not. Like, listen. The more I talk about this, the more I'm Arteta out. Okay, so let's start.
And so listen, that was what I was trying to get you eventually. It was like, you know, I feel like I personally wouldn't sack him, but obviously, like, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so like it's good to kind of get like your point of view as an Arsenal fan, just kind of see like exactly where, you know, because obviously I've reading a few things online, and I feel like the fan base are quite. I feel like it's like maybe 70% now at the out. Yeah. 30% just like, you know, just to give me a chance. So like it's quite. I feel like all of Arsenal fans are quite tired of, you know, what's going on. Obviously, like, you know, you 15 in the league, that's not good enough. Especially like, if you go out of the UEFA League as well in next year, that would just be, you know, that'd be terrible. And
man, listen, like if COVID wasn't around and all the fans were in
you'll be gone by now, man.
You'll be gone.
Yeah. You'll be gone.
There'll be banners. There'll be everything will be there. There'll be booze. And you know what I think is crazy? Yeah, the players will play worse because the fans are now putting pressure on their back. Yeah. So now we start conceding goals. Now, you know, players who are in a good position to score. I mean, well, the rest scoring before, anyways. So I guess that doesn't really matter. But I think it will definitely play worse. And I think he might be gone just based off the fans' extra push. Like the only thing the fans have. It's Arsenal Fan TV. That's the only way they can voice their opinions, you know?
And that's it. And last question. So, like, if you were to sign one player in January, who would it be? Well, actually, no, maybe not would it be. What position would you sign for?
Oof.
Yeah, I know.
Because the team is like just everywhere. Like, I feel like we need a creative midfielder, but I think we have Ozil there. But okay, whatever. They don't want to use him. Yeah. I feel like we need somebody who like
because obviously keep in mind that like Pat is going to be back from injury, so like that's midfield.
I feel like, you know, we have that player in Pepe because we need. I feel like we need somebody who can dribble past players and create chances from it. Like, you know, the midfield is great, but we need somebody who can like go on that wing and just get past players and cross the ball in or cut in and score different things. You know, but I feel like, okay, no, we got Pepe, but he's not doing it. So I don't even know. Do I say, I mean, Pepe, if we do that, then Pepe doesn't have a chance anymore. If we get a creative midfield player, I mean, Ozil's kind of there still.
Ozil's there, exactly. Like, defensively, is it like
I felt defensively we weren't too like at the start of the season when I looked at the defense, I thought it was okay, and I think we have this Saliba guy who's supposed to be really dope. I haven't seen him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, because yes, so apparently I've actually seen him play like a few times, like but like he looks actually quite decent. But then, so I actually heard from just like some Arsenal fans over here, like in London, they were telling me that like in training, like he hasn't been looking good, and then he's been playing for the on-23s a few times, and like he looks to be shaky. So like that's why he's not actually in the first team yet. So like so I mean like
so maybe Arteta's right.
So he probably needs like a season with the reserves, kind of like maybe bulk up a bit more. But then like my thing is like, why would you then like do your scouting? Did you like do scouting personally? Did you see what's what I'm saying? So it's just a bit confusing for us to point of view. Like,
and listen, man, and we signed some players that I don't even understand. Like we signed we signed this guy called Mari.
Oh yeah. Pablo Mari,
and then we signed some other and we signed some right back as well.
Oh, Cedric Suarez, from Southampton.
Who's signing these people? I don't understand. I really don't understand.
No. It's okay. So the situation with that Suarez stuff was like, he actually shares the same agent with Edu and William and David Luiz. So like they all share the same agent. So so like I think he got offered like a three-year deal, even though you guys are like Bellerin and Mason Line, so it just doesn't make sense. So
I thought we were gonna sell Nathan, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was thinking. I mean, okay, to me, this is what made sense. Keep Bellerin, and you're selling Nathan now to make some money. Okay, fair enough.
So what's where with that mainline situation is like? So like Wolves actually bid 20 million from him, and then Arsenal said no, and like 20 million from mainland lines. That's a really good deal. So,
but you see, I actually didn't want him to go because I think this is what happened. I think who was it that we got that left Arsenal recently on the board? One of the I can't remember his name.
Sanelli.
I think someone wanted to sell him, but as soon as that guy left, what then happened was he was like, okay, well, the guy who wanted to sell him is gone. And we actually think they should keep him. I think Arsenal actually like, no, we want to keep him. Like, we think he's good and versatile.
Okay.
He can play as a winger. He can play he's doing. He did really well this season. So I think I think at that time they already signed the other fella, the
Suarez.
The Suarez guy.
So
I could see how that was like just a big kind of mess up or whatever.
But like now it's like. Yeah, now the joke was like you guys have like 3 right backs. Like saying,
like,
3 right backs.
And the thing is like we don't have 3 exceptional right backs.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just 3 right backs. Because Bellerin should have been the exception. Honestly, I think Nathan now should be the one starting now. I think he needs to kind of get his form back.
Definitely.
On the level, I actually like Kolasinac, but I understand. No. There's something about him that I like, but at the same time, I understand his underperforming.
He's underperforming. Like he's lost so much pace. He can't really defend anymore. Doesn't go forward. Can't really cross. So it's like he's like a shambles man. Like it's absolute shambles.
No,
shambles.
Sure. The whole team just seems like a bit of a shit show.
Arsenal actually confused.com, like no one knows what's going on. No one knows what's where. The board a joke. Directors football does a joke.
Yeah, I will say this though. I don't think anyone can actually say they expected this. You can say, "Oh, I knew they'll flop somehow and they'll get 6th or 7th or 8th." No one expected this.
Nah,
and I think all that comes down to the manager then.
Yes, honestly.
It has to come down to him.
I feel like it's lots of players, and once you've lost the dressing room, that's quite hard to kind of pick back up again, because obviously players don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like especially like you haven't really got that credit in the bank, so you actually know like a Wenger or like some like Jose Mourinho that does one trophy, or Pep Guardiola. You know what I'm saying? Like people just automatically just respect. You know what I'm saying? That's your first job, and then you can't be like some strict manager. You have to be flexible with players. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he doesn't seem like he's done that. And then to me, he just lost the dressing room. And once you've lost the dressing room, I personally feel like you have to go. Personally,
I think to finish up the points, I would say that Arteta should have been he should be the Arsenal manager, but I think that's in the future. I think maybe not should have. It came too fast for him. I think he needs to get experience in certain things. Like look at even Frank Lampard. I think it was a bit too early for him to come to Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he does have experience, like with other teams, like Steven Gerrard as well. He has experience. Now he might not. Gerrard might not be a great manager. Like like he might not do what Klopp is doing, whatever. But at least he has some kind of experience, and he can like say certain things. Now, with that said, though, people will turn around and say, "Yeah, but okay, you had an experienced manager in Arsene Wenger, he flopped. You had an experienced manager in Emery, who won titles, he flopped. So does it really matter at this point? So I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with this team. I can't pinpoint it. All I can do is watch a few more games and then come up with another assessment. But right now, if he goes, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
No, but okay. So my question is though, when he does get sacked, which I feel like he will eventually, probably like sometime next year, like would another team actually give him a job? It's like who else would give him a job? Because like it's flopped in his first job. Like I don't think like anyone else would, not like in the Premier League anyway, to be honest, because
Yeah, I mean, listen, if Gary Neville can get a job with Valencia, I don't know. Like, yeah, sure. Like someone who give, at least Arteta has, some kind of coaching experience.
Yeah,
he worked under Guardiola. Like, never worked under. So
it's true.
In the Premier League, I don't know. I feel like there were more like qualified managers for that position. He might need to go somewhere else first, abroad.
Probably back to Spain, probably.
Yeah, he might go back to Spain. Yeah, I think Spain. Like he definitely can get a job. I think he can get a job some other place, but no one really in the Premier League is going to be chasing him.
Definitely.
I think the only thing people might say that that could help him is that Arsenal has some big players, David Luiz, Aubameyang, Lacazette. These are really big players with egos. If he goes to another team in the Premier League that has kind of just
a smaller,
a team that not that much pressure, like maybe it'll work better. Because like I said, these players are just like, it's not that like these players are that bad. They're not 15th bad. So clearly there's an element of them being playing a role in this whole thing. So
definitely.
Like if he leaves, we'll see him again.
Yeah. But I feel like the main thing, we've kind of figured out that he's definitely lost the dressing room, and once you've done that, your time's up.
Because I do feel, I mean, like I was talking to someone, they said like, oh, well, we're a bit unlucky as well. I was like, guy, we're in 15th. What are you talking about unlucky?
Exactly.
Like, that's not just unlucky. For sure. I mean, you can't be a team like Arsenal, a club like Arsenal, being 15th and say the manager hasn't lost the dressing room. So I think you're right.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it comes down to. And once that's happened, to me, it's actually time to go. And like obviously, like it would never just walk, because obviously managers are proud. They want to, I can fix this. But I just feel like some managers actually need to actually walk. But
Yeah, to finish it off, like this is going to be a bit off topic, but there was this manager, I can't remember his name, and he did say like he knew the sack was coming once, and he just wait for it, because because if they sack, they still pay you, you know what I mean? But if you walk away, then it's like you ain't getting paid. So he's like, I hated going into work at this point because I knew like the team, I lost the team and everything, but this stupid club just wouldn't sack me, and I was like. He's like, I wanted my payday, man. So So yeah, I just think to myself like, you're making my reputation worse because every game I'm losing is getting worse and worse. Sack me, damn it. So I can't remember which manager was that again, but
okay.
It was funny. It was funny.
Like it sounds like some maybe like New Warnock, something like that.
I don't know. It was one of these old school managers. Like he's a pundit now. So yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, not sure, but yeah, Tai, man. Like it's been a real one, Arsenal. I mean, we've might forget that Arsenal's got a lot of problems. Like this can't be fixed in like a day. Like it's gonna take like maybe next like maybe 6 to 8 years to fix. But yeah, let's see if the board actually do sack Arteta maybe like January. But yeah,
the only club that has had this kind of issue and it seems to have been fixed like so fast are those Chelsea guys, man. Like remember when they got rid of who was it again, the Mourinho, because he won the league with them, and then they got in Conte.
Oh yeah.
And then they were like, everyone said, oh, they might get relegated, and they were like, what? I think they finished maybe 8th or 9th, 10th.
I remember that season.
And then Conte wins the title the next season. Like, what the hell?
Like, yeah, like it's but Chelsea do this all the time though. It's like they actually have a bad season, and then just like invest in players and then
just run through everybody. Yeah.
They want everybody, and then and but anyway, I like don't want to speak of Chelsea because I just feel like that squad is just so packed, man. That Chelsea squad, that midfield and forward, something else, man.
Yeah, it is
something else. But no, I know it's. But yeah, you have you got any more questions on Arsenal? Any more comments?
Nah, man. Oh, done. You've raised my blood pressure. You pissed me off. So
I'm glad to help, man. Yeah, I'm glad to help.
No problem.
No worries, man.
All right, cool.